Let's make some brownies. And let's cook them bud style. What you start with is a double boiler. What you do is you put a puddle of water in the bottom of a small pan, put a glass bowl on top of that, and you let that steam up. And what you do is, we're making brownies, don't forget. So we're going to put a whole cup of real butter. Or 2 sticks. One stick or a half cup. Two sticks. Now, do not let the water touch the bottom of the pan. Because that'll make your chocolate scorch. Okay. And I know you're going to say 2 cups of butter. That's a lot of butter. But it is brownies. Look, 70% cocoa. Okay, baking cocoa. Or you can use a cup. I'm going to use 8 ounces of this baking chocolate. But you can use a cup of 70% chocolate chips too. And the thing with the baking powder is, or baking powder, the baking chocolate is you do not have, it don't matter how it cuts up, as long as it does. Just chop it up, put it in here, and what you're going to do is you're going to let this butter and chocolate melt together. Okay, now okay, I need to okay, so go ahead and put the chocolate and the butter together. Hold on a minute. Got another 4 ounces of the 70% baking chocolate to break up in there. Now the thing is with chocolate, nowadays they got really good baking chocolate at reasonable prices. So don't go cheap on your chocolate. We're talking about brownies. We're talking about something that your kid's gonna love. You're gonna love. Every man cave in the world's gonna love. Okay, and then just mix that up together real quick. You don't want to mix it a whole lot. Just let the heat do the work. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to be careful with this. This is steamed, okay? And it'd be like a radiator. So don't try to pull this straight up, your bowl straight up, or you might end up getting burned really bad. Busting the bowl and cutting your hand. Okay, now I'm gonna bring you back over to the. I'm gonna bring you over to the counter, and we're gonna get busy doing the rest of it. Okay, here is 2 cups white sugar. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to put a splash. Shake it up really good of vanilla syrup. Okay, this is vanilla syrup. Look here. Let me back you up a little bit. Let me back this up just a little bit so you can see it better. Okay. A little bit of amaretto or vanilla. A lot of people like amaretto. Alright. And put quite a bit. Put a whole ring of this vanilla in there. You see that? That was quite a bit of that vanilla syrup. And you want to let's go ahead and crack 4 eggs in it. And then we'll mix this until it's smooth. Don't forget to check your chocolate every now and again. Because sometimes you need to stir some of the chunks up closer to the fire, closer to the heat. Alright, now that's mixed up pretty well. Let's take a look at the chocolate. Okay, take a look at this chocolate real quick and see what we're looking at. Okay, see that chocolate? It's pretty, isn't it? See how it's stirring? There's a few little clumps in it yet. We want that to all get melted together. Now, after I let the water that was on the bottom of the bowl, or bottom of the pan, pardon me, boil, I turn this down on medium. Turn the heat down on medium low. Because I don't want the chocolate to scorch. I just want it to kind of look like the paint a brown paint that you would see like on a Mercedes Benz. Real pretty. Okay, you see this? Now I'm going to take this off the burner to a cool burner. And I'm going to lift that out and take it to the counter. Okay. Let's see. That's still a little too close. Hold on a minute. Let me back you up a little bit more. There you go. All right. Be real careful when removing the chocolate. Okay, be real careful when removing this bowl of chocolate from the pan. Because like I said, in a radiator steam, that's what it's going to act like. You don't want this to pop off on you. You don't want the glass jar to break on you. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Now, look at this chocolate though. Look how pretty this chocolate is. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, at this point, go ahead and throw that chocolate. It's getting a little hot to the touch here. Okay, hold on a minute. What am I doing? That's going to be used to fold anyway, so put it in there. All right, here we go. Throw your chocolate. Throw this double boiled chocolate and butter into the mix here. Okay, now take your wooden spoon. It's hot. The bowl's hot. I gotta turn the bowl so I can get some more of that chocolate in there. You want to get as much of that chocolate in there as you can. That's where the flavor's at. Okay, that's going to be good enough. Now, fold this chocolate in. Stir it in just a little bit. Now take you a 1/4 cup of flour. Quarter cup of flour. throw it in on top of the chocolate. And a teaspoon of baking powder. Now at this point, you're going to want to preheat your oven. At this point, you want to preheat your oven to 350. And hopefully, you've already lined a baking sheet or a 9x9 baking pan. Okay. Now we get this stirred up. Get the flour. Fold it in real good. Remember, have your oven preheated to 350. And then this will bake between 30, hold on a minute. This will bake between 40 and 60 minutes, okay? Or you want to do the toothpick test. You know, put a toothpick in the middle, make sure it comes out clean. That's when you can tell it's done. Okay, let me grab a drop dish here, catch my drops, and then take a power beater and start it off slow so you don't get a brownie facial. You want to tighten this up. Turn it on high. Turn it on high. Alright, stop it. Make sure that's mixed really well. Once it is, then take a cup, maybe a cup and a half, if you so desire, of any kind of nut. Walnut, cashew, pecan. I'm going to use walnut. Crushed. Okay? I'm going to throw in the batter. Now I'm going to fold those in. Now this is optional. You don't have to have nuts. You know, when I was younger, I didn't care for nuts and things. And I mean, until I was like 25 to 30. Okay. Now, grab you a baking sheet, or, like I said, a 9x9 pan. And all this I hope you can see how pretty that is. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Alright. You wanna Alright. Make sure it goes from corner to corner on your baking sheet. And another thing, you want to have those wings on the ends of your. Here, let me show you. You want to have these wings like this at the end of that baking sheet, so when it's done, it'll be easy to pull off. Okay? Now, I'm going to put this in the oven and let it bake between 40 and 60 minutes. Okay? And remember, do not lick the pan. That's a no-no. Alright. Look for video 2, finished product.